All right, let's make sure we're live. And let's just open this introduction up by just saying, let's just officially call this, instead of the WNBA, let's just call it the WNCA. Welcome to the Women's National Caitlin Association and also Fever Fridays.
Welcome to Fever Fridays.
What's going on, Dwarf Clone, Debbie, etc., Tear? Listen, okay, we're just going to jump straight into it. We're not going to waste too much time. We have a lot to get into. We're going to start off with Sue Bird. Yes, Sue Bird. Somebody who I've been seeing in my comments this whole year and last year. You know, people have been telling me, etc., all types of rumors and their conspiracies about her. You know me, I need evidence before I even dive into anything. But I take note of everything you guys say, whether you want to believe it or not. I do read the comments and I take mental notes. It goes into the subconscious, but it will be brought back if evidence provides itself, right? Now, this clip happened to stumble across my timeline a couple days ago and set the timeline on fire. I don't know who this woman is. Maybe you guys can enlighten me on who she is. I don't know who she is, but I hope someone can tell me, right? But she was talking about the WNBA, basically shading Caitlin Clark, like terribly. So without talking, let's just get straight into it. So the caption says, it's all part of the growth that we're watching in real time. And Sue Bird happened to be in this clip and was somewhat literally agreeing with her. let's listen to this clip real quick.
During the WNBA this season, I feel like we sort of had one of those particular growing pains where it's like some of the people that are coming in and watching the sport and are fans of the sport feel like maybe they're there for a weird reason. And now they've found sort of maybe one player to hyperfixate on that they feel stands at odds with what a WNBA player is in their minds. And they passionately love that player in a way that actually just feels like it's hate being disguised as love that they want to have against the rest of the league. And we sort of had this moment where the rest of the fans had to go like, you paid the same money for your ticket, and you being here is also helpful to the sport, and that's really difficult.
Oh my God! Oh!
Merry Christmas, Venom. Thank you for 18 months of quality, insightful fever breakdown and analysis.
Oh my gosh, Dwarf Clone with the love, man. Merry Christmas to you and your family, Dwarf Clone. Oh my gosh. Listen, like I said before, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I definitely appreciate the gifts around the holidays as well. I love you guys so much. Dwarf Clone, I hope you take care of your family. I hope you guys actually enjoy the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Dwarf Clone, you know you're a legend in this community as it is already. Thank you for the 18 months of support. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you guys so much and making this just a fun experience, you know, because you guys, through the laughs, you know what I'm saying? I won't say through the tears, but through the sad moments, through everything, like, it was just amazing months that we had. The ups and downs with Caitlin's injuries, etc., etc. Like, we built so many memories, and we're still dealing with nonsense, right? But we kind of tend to, it's kind of like we learned how to move. See, we was rookies last year. We didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into. We didn't know who was on our side. We didn't know who wasn't on our side. And now going into year 3, like, am I the only one that feels like, okay, now we know exactly who we can trust and who we can't trust? Like, you kind of, you could point them, they stick out like a sore thumb. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's listen to the rest of this clip that she has to say.
Being here is also helpful to the sport, and that's a really difficult thing to do. They had no sort of reverence for the fact that, like, buddy, this conversation's been going on without you for years and years and years.
Unbelievable.
And now you come in here and just think that you can, because you love this one player, and this one player is very good.
That's
she's very, very good. And like, I would love to just openly love them. Those are the types of moments that as a women's sports fan, I like really bristle against, where I'm just like, I hate that we have to go through this, but we do have to go through this.
Why?
This is the growth period.
Because you've never seen someone, with a fan, right? You've never seen someone with a fan base, an actual fan base, right? Like, you've never pictured a LeBron James, a Michael Jordan type of player coming into your league, right? Like, you've never pictured that, right? Like, let me listen to this, and now let's actually break down everything she was saying.
During the WNBA this season,
right,
I feel like we sort of had one of those particular growing pains where,
okay, now what are the growing pains exactly? Elaborate.
It's like some of the people that are coming in and watching the sport and are fans of the sport feel like maybe they're there for a weird reason.
So some of the people that are there for the sport feel like they're there for a weird reason. You just said they were there for the sport, but now you're saying they're there for a weird reason. Let's reiterate, though, because maybe I misheard
people
you.
that are coming in and watching the sport and are fans.
So people that are coming in and watching the sport, which fans do,
of the sport,
and are fans of the sport, which is what fans do,
feel like maybe they're there for a weird reason.
Feel like they're there for a weird reason. That Hold on. I think I need a calculator because what she's saying is not making sense. So let me punch this in. People that are watching the sport, people that are fans of the sport, are here for a weird reason. Whoa. I think it's supposed to be the opposite. I think people who don't watch the sport, Angel Reese fans, Angel Wilson fans, people who are not fans of the sport, Angel Reese fans, right? People who are not fans of the sport, and not all Angel Reese fans, right? We talking about you know what I'm talking about, the chicken heads out there. You're supposed to say the ones who aren't fans of the sport, the ones who don't watch the sport, those are the people who are here for a weird reason. You just called people who are actual basketball fans weirdos for no unwarranted reason. You just called actual basketball fans weirdos. Now I could understand if you said people who didn't care about the sport, people who weren't fans of the sport, who are here for weird reasons. Yes, I would agree with that, because nobody should be watching this sport if you're not a genuine fan of the sport or the player, right? Or you shouldn't be here to spread agendas. I agree with that, right? But what she just said already made zero sense whatsoever, which it already gives you a bad first impression. I don't know this woman from a can of paint, a hole in the wall. Let's continue.
And now they've found sort of maybe one player to hyperfixate on that they feel stands at odds with what a WNBA player is in their minds.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay, you see, so you're basically saying this girl has fans that hyperfixate on her because we think that she's not your average WNBA player. Wait, but she's literally not your average WNBA player. Might I need to bring the girl who's already in a top 10 triple doubles list and she only played 15 games, 20 games? Like, how many games into Caitlin Clark's rookie year when she was already in the top 10 of triple doubles? We're talking about a rookie of the year. WNBA, all WNBA first team. And you're gonna, I don't think I'm hearing you properly. So let's hear this. Are you
hyperfixate on that they feel stands at odds with what a WNBA player is in their minds,
right?
And they passionately,
this is the exact face of all of us right now. Girl, shut it up. Disgusting.
And they passionately love that player in a way that actually just feels like it's hate being disguised as love that they want to have against the rest of the league. And we sort of had this moment.
So basically, what people do, what the media do to Caitlin Clark is what Caitlin Clark fans is doing to other people? Whoa! So you're saying that, okay, see, it's crazy. This is victim blaming at its finest. Caitlin Clark fans came into the league supporting Caitlin Clark and they took offense. How dare you? How dare you just support her? We're all over here. How dare you be a fan of just her? How dare you? You're supposed to support everybody. You notice it's only Caitlin Clark fans that go through this? It's only Caitlin Clark fans that get blamed for actually wanting to support Caitlin Clark, for actually putting money into Caitlin Clark. They want to blame fans for doing what the frick fans do. Fans are supposed to be fans. Nobody cared about this league 15 years ago. Hell, nobody even cared 5 years ago. This league was about to fold. The league was about to shut down. Let's not act like Caitlin Clark didn't save this league. And you probably wouldn't even be on this podcast right now if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. I'm being honest. Oh my God.
Where the rest of the fans had to go you paid the same money for your ticket. And you being here is also helpful to the sport. And that's a really difficult thing to do.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense, right? But the difference is the context you're leaving out, woman, is we all paid the same money for our ticket, right? But the difference is there is hundreds of thousands to millions of more people paying these tickets versus. So we're all paying the same price, but it's not as much of you guys paying. You guys weren't. It wasn't so much of you guys that they had to upgrade to bigger venues. No, you see, they love leaving out context, guys. They don't like including the full context, and we won't allow that. Stop acting like, oh, you paid the same. No, no, no. It's a whole crowd of us. You know what I'm saying? It's only 5 of you. So yes, if 5 of you guys paid $100 for your ticket, but 5,000 of us paid $100 for our ticket, yes, we all paid the same price, but we are not the same. Siri, play They Not Like Us.
They had no sort of reverence for the fact that, like, buddy, this conversation's been going on without you for years and years and years. And now you come in here and just think that you can, because you love this one player, and this one player is very good. She's very, very good. And like, I would love to just openly love them. Those are the types of moments that as a women's sports fan, I like really bristle against, where I'm just like, I hate that we have to go through this, but we do have to go through this. This is the growth period.
Right. So you basically hate that one player is getting more love than the rest. Maybe have you ever questioned that? What is this player doing that the rest isn't doing? Like, you know, like, instead of blaming the player, instead of blaming the fans, why not try to, like, you know, we don't want to compete with you. We want to eat with you. What happened to that? Like, what happened to that old saying? I don't want to compete with you. I want to eat with you. These girls just want to compete with Caitlyn. They don't want to eat with Caitlyn. You get what I'm saying? Because when it's time to be buddy and give Caitlyn her props, they ain't gonna do it. They're gonna be like, nah, it's all of us. But then when they hop in those CBA rooms, they showing Caitlyn Clark numbers. Like, look what numbers we doing now. Now it's we when it's convenient, right? Now you want to turn French when it's convenient. But when it ain't convenient, it's, oh, she's a spoiled little privileged white girl. She should she can't win with you guys, and that's why y'all mad at the fans, because the fans we don't get fined for being honest. We gonna speak our mind. You get what I'm saying? And this is just one clip, and Sue Bird over there smiling, laughing through the whole clip, enjoying it, soaking it all in. Like, this is genuinely upsetting, because look at Sue Bird's face. Like, you can see the evil. Like, I didn't want to get behind this, but I can't deny it. It's in your face. Sue Bird is enjoying every bit of this, because she's like, I get to promote my face card and my brand, right? And this message, I get to co-sign this message without actually saying what she's saying.
They feel stands at odds with what a WNBA player is in their minds. Mm-hmm. And they passionately love that player in a way that actually just feels like it's hate being disguised as love that they want to have against the rest of the league. And we sort of had this moment where the rest of the fans had...
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I generally can. Let's see what the comments are saying about this. This is a wild mischaracterization of the problem. Caitlyn's fan base is absolutely no different from any other player's fan base, except that it is larger and, if anything, more diverse. Exactly. That's true. She certainly has a more international fan base than any other WNBA player. Are there problematic people that are Caitlyn fans? Absolutely. Yes, of course. Just like there are problematic people in every single fan base in the planet Earth. Literally. Like, there's a bad apple in every fan base. There's no such thing as a perfect fan base. But because Caitlyn Clark has so many fans, this is going to be a flex moment right here. Somebody clip this. Caitlyn Clark's fan base is so large, right, that the minority, the small part of her fan base, the bad apple, right, the small, short sample size of her fan base is so big that it's the equivalent to another player's full entire fan base. So if Caitlyn Clark has millions of fans and she has about 50,000 to 25,000 bad apples, another player probably has just about 50 to 100,000 loyal fans. Like, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being honest. It's not even really the flex. This is just facts. It's just facts, guys. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could pull up 100 different analogies. Let's continue though. What he says: the problem comes when Sarah and so many other people lump all Caitlyn fans out there in with this small minority of voices and fail to acknowledge that every single fan base in the world has that same minority of problematic people. Instead of treating Caitlyn's fans the same as any other fans, which is absolutely what they are, right? We are, even in this interview where Sarah is trying to be conciliatory. I've never seen that word before. Shout out to you. Otherized and lessened, in Renee Montgomery's words last year, they not like us. That's crazy. I just said that. Well, actually, Renee, yes, we are exactly like you. We're all WNBA fans now. I disagree with that. And we have our favorites and you have your favorites. But that doesn't mean it's okay for anyone to take it beyond the world of sports fandom and into the realm of hate. Now, listen, for the most part of this message, I agree with, right? I'm not a fan of the WNBA. I wish I could say that I am not a fan of the WNBA for my reasons, right? And that doesn't make me a disgusting human being, right? I'm not going out my way crapping on other players, right? Players take their jabs, fans take their jabs back. It's multiple players I've never mentioned on this platform. Why? Because they stay out the way, they do their own thing, and they get the support. Breonna Stewart, yeah, besides the CBA talks and everything, she has the support, right? Because she supports Caitlyn. Sandy Brondello, a coach, gets the support, right? You can even go to the old coach, Lisa Bluter, like people who just was around CC, people who just genuine and didn't show hatred towards her. You don't even got to support her. Just don't be a hater. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking everybody to be like, oh, Caitlin Clark, okay. Nobody's here for that. Just be a human being and treat her like she's an employee in your workspace. You know what I'm saying? Like, treat her with the respect she deserves. Because respectfully though, because she's the reason y'all even in this place right now. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. Anyways, let's continue, man. Let's see what else is going on. We got another clip, and it says, she also says women's sports are more welcoming to fans. Can't make it up. Let's listen to this.
But in my experience, women's sports fans have always just been like, come on in. The energy has been very come on in. Whereas a lot of times in men's sports, the energy is like, do you even care? Who are you? What do you know? Prove it to me.
Wow.
Prove it to me, and then we can be in communion with each other. Whereas in women's sports, they're like, we're so happy you're here. Did you go to the concession stand? Do you know who that is? Do you need any help with anything? Okay. It's just a lot more communal right away. Not that men's sports can't get there, and it does, and I commune with a lot of people in men's sports, but it just is right away there with women's sports, and that's probably because it's like for survival. It has to be.
Right. Right. Okay. So I've never heard in any context, in any situation, in any scenario, someone comparing the WNBA to the NBA and saying the NBA is quite not there yet. I've never heard that in my life. I don't care what you're talking about, from the play style to the coaches, to the referees, to the money, to anything. The WNBA is not on the NBA's level on any level, on anything, in any aspect. To even utter the words that NBA is not at that point yet, no matter, I don't care what context you have. You are like, everything you just said is nonsense. Anyways, let's continue. Shout out to you, Tulip. What's going on? Anyway, let's continue though.
But in my experience, women's sports fans have always just been like, come on in. The energy has been very come on in. Whereas a lot of times in men's sports, the energy is like, do you even care? Who are you?
Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of casuals in the NBA. Actually, I would argue the majority of NBA fans are casuals, right? The NBA is different. The NBA can get more brutal, right? Because it's a bigger, like we just said with Caitlin Clark, the more fans, the more bad apples, right? However, nobody bashes NBA fans for not knowing basketball terms. For example, I do NBA reactions. A lot of people don't know the terms that I'm talking about. You don't see me being like, guys, you don't know what you're talking. No. People are here to just enjoy the viewing experience. People are here for the sport. People are here to support their favorite players. Nobody in the NBA is like, LeBron has so many fans. What is going on? Stephen Curry, he left Under Armour. Who does he think he is? He's so spoiled. When this player, this star doesn't even have a shoe deal. Kevin Durant has a lifetime Nike deal. What is going on? Why doesn't Devin Booker get a lifetime Nike deal? Why doesn't LaMelo Ball get it? Like, nobody's doing that in the NBA. You earn what you get, right? But in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark is like, is this a bunch of spoiled little kids? Is like internally and mentally that thinks they deserve what Caitlin Clark has earned. It don't work like that. I'm sorry. If you think these business owners are that stupid that they're gonna give you guys Caitlin Clark money because all of you guys are sharing the same amount of views, but it's because of one person that all these views are, right? These owners are not stupid. They know this. And yet they're still trying to compromise with you spoiled brats, and y'all still over here being greedy. You know what I'm saying? And this is why since day one, it's crazy. Yo, it's so crazy. Because if you guys remember, since day one, I've been team owner. Y'all remember that. Since day one, I've been team owner. Everybody like, Venom, you tripping. Venom, the players, you should be pro players. Yes, I am pro players at the end of the day. But I know from what I've seen around this league, these girls are not mature enough and they're not smart enough to want to negotiate properly. They don't know how to compromise. They don't know how to be like, okay, I'm gonna get it on the back end. They don't know how to see the long-term goal. They thinking about players who retire. They thinking about players on their way out. You think they don't care about the Juju Watkins coming in? You think they care about that? They don't care about the AZ Fuzz, the Sarah Strongs. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about none of that. They care about the past. That's all this league ever cared about. So for this woman on the screen to come up here and be like, the W is so welcoming, we're like here, the NBA is like, leave. No, that's wrong. That's false. It's actually the opposite. The WNBA is actually like, prove it. What do you know? What year did Cheryl Swoops win her ring? What year did Candace Parker do this? What year was Sue Bird that? What year was, like, nobody cared about none of that. I'm sorry. Nobody watched. I'm here for Caitlyn. I didn't come in. You can go to my first WNBA reaction. I said, I don't know none of these players, but I'm going to try to learn. I don't care about going back in time and do it. I don't care about that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for Caitlyn Clark, etc., etc. Okay? Let's move on.
Prove it to me.
False.
Prove it to me, and then we can be in communion with each other. Whereas in women's sports, they're like, we're so happy you're here. Did you go to the concession stand? Do you know who that is? Do you need any help with anything? It's just a lot more communal. Right away. Not that men's sports can't get there, and it does, and I commune with a lot of people in men's sports, but it just is right away there with women's sports, and that's probably because it's like for survival. It has to be.
Yeah, she just need to stop talking. I'm going to be honest. This person is a terrible guest and a prime example of why I stopped viewing this full podcast very early on. The clips are crap. Imagine dedicating real time to this. I agree. Well, that's pretty different. LOL, good grief. This is so cringy. I can't say that. F all these women, bunch of idiots. Yeah, I'm sure we all want to spend hundreds of millions of dollars and hours of our time because we wanted to quote unquote get some random WNBA player none of us knew existed 2 years. Exactly. Like, I don't understand like this part. Like, why do people think we just want to, you know what? It's cool. You know what? It's cool. Let's move on. So, 44 on X says, this may be worse than what her guest said. I have not seen or heard one CC fan or anyone new to the WNBA ever expressed anything close to it. I'll assume she didn't say exactly how she wanted, that she was engaging in hyperbole, being kind, of course. But if she didn't misspeak, it's abhorrent. Let's listen to this real quick. Sue Bird.
For a large group of people, mostly that exist online, it wasn't enough, like, love a player, love Caitlyn, love whoever you want to love. But it was simultaneously, they had to then say that every player that ever came before was trash.
Low-key? Low-key? They was. Hey, low-key though, not every single player. Sue Bird, you was trash. I'm sorry, Sue. I looked at, like, this week, I took I did some digging. I went back to look at your game, Sue Bird. I went back to look at your stats, Sue Bird. I'm sorry, Sue Bird. You averaged 11, 2, and 5 for your career. Before looking at these numbers, I thought you was a GOAT. The way they was talking about Sue Bird, I even thought Sue Bird was a GOAT. Like, you was a below average player in a below average league. Do you know how bad you have to be? Don't do that, Venom. There were some ballers back then. No. Yeah, I acknowledge that. You know, it was definitely some ballers back then. I know that. Even the Candace Parker. Like, it was ballers back then. I'm saying some of them was ballers. But the Sue Birds was trash. Let's call a spade a spade. Sue Bird was hot garbage. I'm seeing Sue Bird clink on the side of the backboard, open threes. She ain't even being double, triple team like Caitlyn Clark. She can't even put up half the numbers Caitlyn Clark is putting up. Like, nor on the efficiency. She can't even do it efficiently. You're a role player. You're not even on the scouting report. like I was looking back. I'm like, I cannot believe this. Have you seen Erica Wheeler breaking Sue? Yes, we're going to play that as well. We have that as well. But Sue Bird, yes, I'm sorry. And yes, you're a fellow New Yorker. I'm sorry you got to go through that. And you're from Syosset. I don't know where the hell that is. So you're not really from New York. You know what I'm saying? If you're not from the city. Anyways, 11, 2, and 5. Yes, Sue Bird, you was a below average player in a below average league. You would be lucky to get a contract in today's WNBA, Sue. And we're not even talking about in the next 5-10 years when the league continues to get better talent. Like, the league is actually cleaning house. They're actually trying to get better. I'm on the owner side, and I've been since day one when everybody was against me. Now everybody on my side. I feel like I'm owed an apology. I'm gonna keep it real, cause I was getting a lot of crap for that. Like, Venom, what you doing? I got a video up, matter of fact. I could go back and look at it. I was team owner. I said, guys, I know these girls are not compromising. They so spoiled and entitled. Anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on, chat. Oh, man, this is it's genuinely embarrassing, man. Let's listen to what Sue Bird said one more time.
For a large group of people, mostly that exist online, it wasn't enough, like, love a player, love Caitlyn.
And then why bring Caitlyn? Like, they just can't leave her name alone. Like, if she's the problem, I don't understand the gaslighting. If she's the problem, like the last girl just said, you want to hyperfixate on one player, Sue Bird. Like, everybody's shading Caitlin Clark. Y'all want to get on these microphones and shade her. Just give her her love. Like, why? I thought you was Team Paige Beckers anyways. Why not? I thought Paige was big, right? Why not bring Paige's name? Why I gotta be Love Caitlin? Why her name has to keep coming up in these podcasters and these former players and current players and all these owners and all these people just want to keep crapping on Caitlin. And then you got the mature 23-year-old Caitlin Clark who ain't saying a goddamn thing. Caitlin Clark, let me calm down. Caitlin Clark hasn't, like, she hasn't said a word yet. Caitlin hasn't went at anyone yet. And you have all these people ganging up on her, teaming up on her. No, time after time, like even Sue Bird.
Not like that exists online. It wasn't like, love a player, love Caitlin, love whoever you want to love. But it was simultaneously, they had to then say that every player that ever came before was trash.
Oh, Sue Bird, you was trash. You was. You was trash. You wouldn't even, if that's what those numbers look like in that league, what would those numbers look like in today's game? Dominique Malonga will smack your layup to the back row, to the nosebleed. She will smack your layup to the nosebleed. Sue Bird. I'm done. Let's move on. We got another clip. Oh yeah, this is the same one. She said, hate disguised as love. I wanted to bookmark this one to go over this one because I agreed with this. Hate disguised as love, quote unquote, is literally how the media treats Caitlin Clark. It is wild that she can make these claims about one fan base without mentioning any of the toxicity from the others. Thank you so much, Allison. Thank you so much, Allison. Like, genuinely though, because Caitlin Clark is the only bad apple in the WNBA. Yet she's the one that has never took a jab at Angel Reese. All these girls went at Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin hasn't went at any single one of them. Yet she's the problem. Make it make sense. Angel Reese goddamn tortured her. Followed her, harassed her for 40 freaking seconds, pointing at her finger. Angel Reese went to Indiana talking about walk in your trap, take over your trap. Angel Reese said she's not the only reason people watch women's basketball. Angel Reese keep taking shots at Caitlin Clark. Nobody gonna say nothing about that though. Nobody gonna speak up about that. Why? Because she's black, right? Oh, protect the black, protect the black. Protect the black, protect the black. F black. How about that? Now it's F black. How about that? Now how about that? F the blacks. Now what? Now who gonna say what? Right? Because everybody wanna be like pro black, F black. Now what? Do something. Now do something. Because I'm tired of people using skin color to define, oh, who's the face and who's not. Nah, we not here for that, bro. We not here for that. You know what I'm saying? On the NBA, none of that matter, bro. I could support black, white, purple, green. It don't matter. But in WNBA, it's pro-black. So me being me, a black the blackest person probably on this platform, I'm saying F the blacks. That's it. Since everybody want to be pro-black. Like, the black has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with talent, bro. That's why it's pissing me off. Yes, Tulip. Yes. F the blacks. That's my thing. I'm not saying nobody else say that. I'm saying it. F the blacks, bro. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got a good heart, bro, and you just think that because you're a black, you get to be racist, you get to make Caitlin feel like she's not a professional, or she's like, nah, F you. You know what I'm saying? That's the blacks I'm talking about. Not the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the flawed Jays. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the actual black people who has a good heart. You know exactly who this they know who this message is for. F the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's move on, bro. Going on a rant only to end up crying on ESPN because you couldn't bring in the ratings. I wonder why. Let's listen to this real quick.
And that's the worst.
Venom got black fatigue. Yeah, bro. I'm tired of bro. Like, it's always like, they don't, like, it's annoying. It's embarrassing, bro. Like, as a black man, this shit is embarrassing, bro. Like, damn, I can't imagine being white watching this shit from afar. Like, damn, bro. Like, and then they can't even speak up because what you gonna say? Oh, you racist too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's me. Oh, you're a raccoon. So it's like, it's a lose-lose regardless. But thankful to God, I don't give a shit what people got to say about me. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, like, bro, think about it, right? Since they want to do all this race stuff, now I'm the bad guy if I say that? F the blacks. Clip it. Ship it. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I'm tired, gang. I'm tired. Because I just want to see hoops. And I keep hearing race. How many times on my platform I said, stop bringing race, stop bringing race, stop bringing race. And they keep bringing race. Now I'm saying F the race. Now what? Do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's annoying, bro.
First part of all this is the new fans are sucking the life out of the WNBA right now. It's just the truth.
I ain't gonna lie.
You
need to shut up. You need to shut up. You need to shut. yeah. No, like, yeah. Oh my gosh, man, this is crazy, bro. I'm trying to stay calm, but like, shut up.
And that's the worst part of all this. Oh my gosh. Is the new fans are sucking the life out of the WNBA right now. It's just the truth. You are right. You are right, new fans. There has never been more viewership because of Caitlin Clark. There's never been more attention. They're doing 40 minutes on first.
Hold on, you need to go tell Sue Bird that. You need to go tell Angel Reese that. See, y'all not even on the same page. Y'all not even on the same page. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely as dumb as you look. I'll give you that.
First take about Caitlin Clark. They never did that before, as Monica McNutt called out. You're right. But you know what there was in the WNBA last year and the years prior? What? There was other storylines. There was joy.
Only storylines I remember, WNBA preparing to shut down. What storyline? I didn't even know there was a storyline. Like, did y'all drop a trailer? I didn't like, maybe the marketing was bad. I didn't even know it was a storyline.
Year and the years prior, there was other storylines. There was joy. There was talk of competition. There was talk of what was actually happening on the court. And that,
like, I'm not gonna lie, she definitely is dumb as she looks. She needs to stop it. She needs to shut it up, man. The ratings were fine. She left for a better opportunity and more money. You don't leave ESPN for Netflix. Yeah. Talk of competition. I'm confused. If she couldn't bring in ratings, why would she get a promotion at a new place? The other story, they're not even talking about what she was saying. Anyway, let's move on, man. It is genuinely funny. Now, okay, here we go. We got the clip of Erica Wheeler torturing Sue Bird's ankles, showing how average. See, everybody want to talk about Caitlin Clark on defense. Ain't nobody dropped Caitlin yet. And yes, anybody could drop. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could get dropped. But let's look at this real quick. So, Michael, aka Mike Allen on Twitter, says, now this is a play that you hype up, not a pump fake. Sue Bird gets crossed over. Yeah, y'all remember there was gassing that Paige Becker's pump fake on Caitlin Clark, right? Let's listen to this though. Sue Bird gets crossed over and embarrassed by Erica Wheeler. The old guard fans will probably not be happy that this is being resurfaced. They told us learn about the past players, right? Let's listen to this.
All 29 games for the Sparks.
Broke her ankles.
Oh no, she
gives that guy a man.
Guys, can you find Sue Bird? She's hiding behind Tulip's comment. Can you find Sue Bird, guys? This is a new challenge. Someone find the bird, man. I can't even find it. She's buried behind the subtitles. Tulip's comment. I can't even see Sue Bird, man. It's Erica Wheeler doing her like this, by the way.
She stepped on her own foot. Hopefully Sue Bird hasn't hurt herself there, but Erica Wheeler.
Oh my gosh, man. She had Sue Bird waking up for breakfast, letting out a little morning fart as well. You got like lean. Hey, we all been there before. We got to lean to the side. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we all been there. Let's be mature now. Let's not lie. Oh my gosh, man. This is crazy, bro. This is genuinely crazy. This is why Clark gets a lot of Oh, man, bro. Sue Bird, man. I can't believe she genuinely went there, man. I can't believe she went there, bro. See, she should have just never opened a can of worms. She should have never opened a can of worms. All right, now let's talk about this CBA thing, man. I don't know too much about this, but we'll get into it. So, on the 18th, yesterday, the WNBPA Executive Committee has been authorized to call a strike, quote-unquote, when necessary. Statement from the WNBPA. The players have spoken through a decisive vote with historic participation. Our membership has authorized the WNBPA's executive committee to call a strike when necessary. The players' decision is an unavoidable response to the state of negotiations with the WNBA and its teams. Quote, time and time again, the players' thoughtful and reasonable approach has been met by the WNBA and its teams with a resistance to change and a recommitment to the draconian provisions that have unfairly restricted players for nearly 3 decades. The players' vote is neither a call for an immediate strike nor an intention to pursue one. Rather, it is an emphatic emphatic affirmation of the players' confidence in their leadership and their unwavering solidarity against ongoing efforts to divide, conquer, and undervalue them. Let it be known, the players remain united, resolute, and prepared to fight for their value and for their future. Signed by Martin Luther King Jr. Like, God, then you making it seem like we fighting for our freedom back, baby. Like, what's going on? Like, oh my gosh, oh my God. Like, imagine saying we're going on strike. I would have, if, hey, listen, the owners are better than me. Let the players who've been keeping me in the red tell me they about to go on a strike. I would have been like, pinky promise? Only if you pinky promise. Pinky promise me that you'll go on strike forever. Because I've been losing money ever since. Caitlyn is the only reason I'm making money. I'd have been shoved out. Pinky promise, please go on strike. Please give me a reason to pay you girls less money. They gave you 4 times as much. And you guys are complaining? Like, this is genuinely insane to me, chat. How are you complaining when the ceiling is now the floor? That is, like, you are, like, I don't know what more to say. Saw this coming a mile away. The women are not going to be pushed around by a bunch of old white men from the NBA. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. Mike Marion. With the, it got 5 replies. I need to read it. Please tell me somebody cooked them up. Maybe they should make a profit then. Thank you. Maybe they should turn a profit. Cause imagine guys, your not even your kids. Imagine giving shelter to strangers, right? And they're living in your house rent free. You're paying the bills, you're keeping the lights on, you're paying for the groceries, you're paying for the toiletries, you're paying for the soap, you're paying for everything. You're paying for the cable, the Netflix. They're living in your house scotch free. And they be like, you know what? This is not enough. This is not enough. I want more. I want more of allowance. I want more water. I want more warm water. And if you don't, I'm leaving. I'm moving out. Pinky promise? Only if you promise. Because, like, what do you mean pay us more? Then they offered you over $1 million. You can make up to $2 million now in one season. Got the Odyssey sound played by accident. Like, now speaking of Odyssey Sims made more than doctors. Odyssey Sims and we're talking about arguably the worst player on the planet. Odyssey Sims. She's making more than your hardworking American. Coming off the couch with a gut, out of shape. Had what? 2 good games out of 40, 50 games? Like, what are we talking about right now, chat? Anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on. Odyssey had to catch that straight. She genuinely did have to catch that straight. You know what I'm saying? We got Breonna Stewart on Adam Silver willing to negotiate. No, we'll skip that one. What do we have here? DJ Carrington. What do we have here? Oh no, this is Stewie on Project B. Is there anything? Oh, look, DJ and Alyssa Smith clearly broke up. That's news right there. I saw that one coming. Turns out DJ Carrington doesn't even actually like sleeping with women. Oh wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Might have been a facade. I don't know if you guys remember that comment she made not too long ago. Like she's like, babe, I'm not really into women like that. Well, why the hell you got with Alyssa Smith? That's another thing, bro. This league is unprofessional as hell. I don't believe in dating in the WNBA, bro. Date off the floor. Date outside the league. When you're retired or don't be in the league, period, bro. Because in any other workspace where you sleep with your partner, what is that called? Like misconduct or disorderly, something like that, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? You don't get to date your work partner. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Conflicts of interest, all types of stuff. Then you want to talk about Breonna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, like et cetera, not wanting to, you know what I'm saying, move forward in negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Because they got Unrivaled to worry about. Like, look right here. Here we go. Breonna Stewart's first thoughts on Project B being a direct rival to Unrivaled. They saw that it, talking about Unrivaled, worked. She went to talk about how the changing landscape of the women's basketball schedule will need cohesion and that she is focused on Unrivaled. How the hell are you focused on Unrivaled when you guys were literally just granted a strike? Like, wait, am I missing something? You know what I'm saying? If there's something in the mist that I'm missing, pun intended, because like, how are you focused on Unrivaled? I don't understand. I genuinely don't. You know what I'm saying? Like only Breonna Stewart and Nafisa Collier and the other old, like the people who have more to get. Like, this is a conflict of interest. Put Caitlin Clark in this position, man. Put Caitlin Clark in this position. You can even put Caitlin and Angel in this position. I don't put the younger players in this position. The future of the league. Put the future of the league in this position. Stop keeping the older players in charge. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, WNBA statement in response to the WNBPA strike authorization vote. Quote, while we acknowledge, actually, let's just read it straight from here, okay? So, December 18, 2025, which was yesterday, the Women's National Basketball Association released the following statement today in response to the Women's National Basketball Player Association strike authorization vote. Quote, we are aware that the players have voted to authorize the WNBPA Executive Committee to call a strike if the Executive Committee decides to take that step in the future. While we acknowledge the players' right to authorize a future work stoppage, we strongly disagree with the WNBPA's characterization of the current state of negotiations, which fundamentally misrepresents the ongoing discussions taking place at the bargaining table. It is difficult to understand claims that the league is resistant to change, particularly given that we are proposing numerous CBA modifications, including significant immediate salary increases and a new uncapped revenue sharing model that would ensure continued salary growth tied to revenue growth. Then what is the problem? They're not even giving you a flat fare. Like, they're not even keeping it flat. They're saying we'll work on you based on what you can bring in. What the hell are you scared of? Pay us what you owe us. No, we're gonna pay you what you did, what you literally earn. They're telling you, you earn X amount, you get paid X amount. You earn X amount, you get paid X amount. Like, they're basically saying the ball is in your court. You determine how much you get paid. And they're saying, no, that's not enough. We want a bigger percentage. We want bigger revenue. Shit. Like it. Let's continue. The league remains steadfast in its commitment to reaching an agreement as soon as possible and delivering a 30th season for the players, fans, teams, and partners. We have negotiated in good faith and with urgency, I agree, and remain focused on finalizing a new collective bargaining agreement that not only meaningfully enhances player pay, benefits, and experience, but also does so in a way that ensures the long-term growth of the game and the league's capacity to serve the next generation of WNBA players. Beautifully said. I love the ending of that. Exactly what I was referring to. The future, the next generation of WNBA players. We don't care about the past. We're the collective bargaining agreement is not for the past. It's not for what the past will know. It's for the future. Because if it was for the past, this league would be on its way to shut down. So these players are stuck in their way. That's why I'm team owner, and I've been team owner since day one. DJ Nick Carrington, says the WNBA, I think, is looking at Unrivaled as competition, and I don't understand that. Well, we'll break this down.
They're they greedy. Like,
who's greedy? Girl, you ain't make $1. You couldn't sell a bottle of water in the concession stands, DJ Nate. What are you nobody watches you. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta be so blunt, but it's the truth.
They're they greedy.
Imagine calling the ones keeping the lights on greedy. Girl, you greedy. Oh my gosh, I can't, man. All them rhinestones on her head gotta be weighing down on her.
The whole business model? Yeah.
You think the Unrivaled League is gonna
I think they definitely lit a fire under the W. Yeah. For sure.
I like that.
Are they trying to work with y'all, or are they looking at it as competition?
Who? Unrivaled?
Yeah. The league.
The league is looking at Unrivaled as competition. Yeah. But I don't understand that because
I think it can work hand
two
in
different
hand.
seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, he's turned. Hey.
Hey, where you going, man?
2 different seasons, yeah, before they start talking about their dogs.
Sit down. And it kind of prepares you for the W and can act as a training camp, to keep you in shape in the off season. But the only way to stay in shape, basketball shape, is to play.
Yeah.
So it's another way to play, not having to go overseas. I feel like the W should be happy about Unrivaled.
Yeah.
Right.
3-on-3, I feel like you're much less likely to get hurt than playing a whole nother league in Europe.
It's entertaining.
Or China.
I like
I get to show y'all back.
You watched it?
Hell yeah.
I
watched a ton of it because I like the 3/4 court.
Yeah, you can't fall.
Yeah. And
you fall, it's over with. Lay up on the other end. Yeah. Whether you make it or miss it.
This is
you
embarrassing,
can't fall,
bro.
can't flop.
I was calling my brother. I kept calling him if you don't want to, if you don't want to be a casual fan and watch.
Yeah, Unrivaled is not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. No matter how much they push it, Kayla, like I said, man, everybody was pushing Kayla Clark on Unrivaled. I was one of the only content creators saying Kayla ain't playing Unrivaled. Stop it. Stop pushing it. She know better. Anyways, the WNBA Executive Committee had been authorized to call a strike when necessary per the union. 98% of the players voted yes. 93% participated in the vote. How many WNBA players are there in the league? Has anybody done the math yet? How many players are in the league? How many? If anybody did the math, drop it. How many WNBA players are there? So there's around 144 active player spots. Right? 144 active player spots. So if they said what percentage of people voted, let's see this. So they said 98% of the players voted yes and 93% participated. So if 93% participated, I'm not good at math, yeah, so excuse me. What's 93% of 144? Oh, so okay, so 133 players. Well, you could basically say 134 players voted, right? So what would that be? 10 players that didn't vote. I want to go out on a limb and say Caitlin Clark was one of the voters. You guys can let me know what you guys think. But you got like 23 windows open. Yo, chill out on me. 133 people voted. And how many people said 98% said yes. So now we're going to do what's 98% of 134? So 131. So that means there's 3 people that said no. There's 3 people that said no. So there's 10 people that didn't vote at all, which could be bottom of the bench players, right? It could be stars. It could be anybody. And there's 3 people that voted no. I want to know what 3 said no. Now, I'm genuinely curious to what 3 said no. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's move on. Let's look at Aaliyah Boston. A younger Aaliyah Boston, 21 years old. So young, but very mature. Giving Caitlin Clark her flowers after getting eliminated by Caitlin Clark. When you're at your most vulnerable state. Listen to this, Aaliyah Boston. More flowers for Mrs. Bow Bow.
Bow, bow, bow. Layups on us, but I mean, Caitlin shot the ball from the logo. I don't know how much more. I mean, we were contesting. I mean, she just hit tough shots, but that's what she did tonight, and I can't take that away from her no matter what. I mean, she's a scorer. She shoots that ball, and that's just what she did tonight. She did it really well.
Like, do you know how hard it is to, not even how hard it is, but in the moment, how hard it is to do this? And this just shows how much class Aaliyah Boston has.
Tough shots, but that's what she did tonight, and I can't take that away from her no matter what. I mean, she's a scorer. She shoots that ball, and that's just what she did tonight. She did it really well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Aaliyah Boston, man. Anyways, let's move on. What else we got? We got Aaliyah. Coach Staley really didn't have to make any adjustments because we knew teams were coming from us every single time we stepped on that floor. And you're going to hear her take a little jab at Caitlin, a playful jab.
Both of you played for such dynasty-type coaches in college and won the national championship. Did either coach adjust strategy or method the following season to combat complacency?
Honestly, Coach Staley really didn't have to make any adjustments because we knew that teams were coming for us every single time we stepped on that floor. So for us, it was just, you understood what it took to win a championship the year before, and you knew that teams were going to give you their best shot, so you had to be ready. So the way we approached practice was always intense. So we didn't really have to make any crazy adjustments because we just knew if we wanted to go back to back, we would have to grind it. And I mean, we made it pretty far. Then we met Caitlin. Lame.
Damn, we just talked about conditioning and that.
You see the little jab at Caitlin? This could go, this can get clipped right here.
I did. I mean, we made it pretty far. Then we met Caitlin. Lame.
Caitlin
we just talked about conditioning and that game against Caitlin. That's crazy. We're just talking about her trauma right now.
Shout out to Aaliyah, man. Caitlin Clark is the dog, man. It feels good to see somebody see it.
What?
5 seconds left. Can Caitlin make it? There go 1. There go 2. There go 3. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? She might miss the first one. She got warm up. That's all it is. Correlation says Caitlyn deals with so much pressure and nonsense, but having your physical health and safety threatened has to be a different type of mental weight on her shoulders. Hope she's okay and can get some peace of mind. And I heard that Caitlyn Clark was being stalked at the Team USA training camp, which sucks. Caitlyn doesn't go on the internet and talk about these kind of things, but my prayers is with Caitlyn and her family, man. I know it's not easy for Caitlyn Clark, man. Let's look at this though. Lexi joined Caitlyn in a hyperbaric chamber. Lexi says, point of view, you say yes to your friends' crazy ideas just so you can hang out together. Once again, Lexi and Caitlyn together. What the hell? Look at Caitlyn Clark. Like, bro, they're just genuinely best friends. I'm here for it, man. Shout out to these girls. I don't think we watched this Caitlyn video last week. Let's watch this.
I remember when you're at the U16 team, I remember they always talk about the senior national team, and obviously that's every young girl's dream when you're on those teams. And they talk a lot about that team, and only like one or two of us was ever probably going to be able to get a call up to be on the team, or let alone be able to get a call up to come and be a part of the camp and be around the tremendous players that they have had on their teams over the course of the many years and the many gold medals that they've won. And so I think for myself, like, that's kind of what you start thinking about, is like how long I've kind of been involved in USA basketball and the journey that it's been. I've been on teams, and then I've had moments where I've been cut and I haven't been on teams. So you experience all of it, and I think that also speaks to how great USA basketball is and how dominant they are. Like, there's so many amazing players that have been a part of it and have worn the 3 letters across their chest. And for me, you never take that for granted. So I'm super excited to be back here and kind of kick off this next cycle.
Caitlyn Clark, man. All right, now let's talk about, before we get into the super chat, let's talk about this question right here. Do you think Lexi said no? I don't know. I think Lexi said no. I'm going to be honest. I think Lexi, Lexi want to hoop. Like, bro, these girls making money. Sophie's making money. Lexi's making money. Like, you get around Caitlyn, you're going to make money. And then the fact that this CPA is a max contract, like the bottom, bro, I can't explain it, man. The roof last year is the floor this year, and they're complaining. Like, if that don't scream spoiled, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely don't know what is. 98% doesn't surprise me. Let's get into the super chat, man. We got the truth stand saying the WNBA is a social experiment and basketball was only a vehicle. They never wanted fans. They wanted activists. CC fans are only here for the basketball. They can care less about these other agendas, and that's what they hate the most. They hate the fact that we're not here for the agendas. We're just simply saying our girl is better than your girl, which is exactly what fans do. That's what sports is about. We're not saying Caitlyn Clark is like a slave master. We're not putting none of those disgusting titles out there. That's all you guys. We're not saying, like, we're not doing none of that. It's you guys doing that. It's the other fans in the world doing it. We're not doing that. It's the media, WNBA media doing it. Nobody is going around doing, like, every fan base has bad apples. Congratulations. Kurt Moore says, it's crazy. Appreciate you, though, Truth Stand. Kurt Moore, appreciate you, says, it's crazy that the PWHL doesn't have this. What's the PWHL? PWHL. Professional Women's Hockey League. Yeah. That any other women's league, I don't think is going through what the WNBA is going through right now. Dwarf Clone says, it's not that they're black or white. They're all green, and they're not the Grinch. No, this is genuinely true, though. Like, they're literally all green, man. And they think we're green. That's the crazier part. They think we green when they really green. If they don't like the W, they can sign with Unwatchable or Plan B. I mean, they could. I mean, listen, though. This is what I'm saying. It's a conflict of interest, bro. It's genuinely a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? Look at Sophie. She took advantage. Exactly. Like, this is what I'm saying. Sophie Cunningham, despite if she's a clout chaser or not, Sophie knows how to get that money and capitalize on the CC fame. And I'm not mad at her for it. As long as she just, don't give away too much. Because I don't think she should have said that thing she said about Caitlyn Clark and Project B. I don't think she should have leaked it. Because even when Caitlyn Clark was questioned about it, she said, I'm focused on the WNBA right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad the owners are shutting this league down. The owners is trying. That's what I can see. As far as I can see, the owners are trying to keep this league going. The players are in their own way, and I don't see the players compromise. Because think about it. It'd be two dumb girls just saying exactly. Two immature, brainless girls just saying exactly, girl. Like, yes, we deserve everything we earn. they deserve us, period, girl. Like the NBA is making all this money. Why aren't they paying us, girl? Like, no, we need those M's. I'm trying to get Chanel. I'm trying to buy this house. I'm trying to do all of this. Slay, queen, slay. Like, this is what they care about. They're not thinking about it from a business perspective. They're not looking for the fact that they just ignored the fact that their salaries and stuff is tied to the revenue growth. Like it can increase depending on it. Like that should be an automatic pen on paper. That should be automatic ink on paper. You know what I'm saying? Venom, there's a new baseball league starting in a few months called the WPBL. Hey, watch them have more support, and they'll go invite Caitlin Clark. Clip this right now. Watch them invite Caitlin Clark to come to their league, and Caitlin go and sell them out just to go throw one little pitch. You know how they usually do in the MLB. Like, just watch, man. Everybody's going to support. Like, other women leagues support each other except the WNBA, man. It's not ironic that this is a black-dominated league that's acting like this, bro. Call a spade a spade. Like I said, F the blacks, man. F the blacks. You know what I'm saying? That can get clipped out of context. Do I care? I don't care. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people know me by now. F the blacks. That's what I'm running with. F the blacks. I'm see you guys in the next one. F the blacks, man. I'm glad I said that. I'm glad I got that out the system. But like that felt so good to get out. So now, like, they keep saying, protect the blacks, protect the blacks. Then you got Venom coming out. Man, F the blacks. Now what? Like, am I a bad apple now? Am I a bad guy for trying to be the good guy for so long? Nah, man. Forget the race card, man. I'm out of here. Anyways, we out of here, bro. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Next Friday, most likely. I love you guys so much, man. Live stream. W Fever Fridays. Hopefully they can sign this, you know what I'm saying, put pen on paper. Shout out to the black girls in this league that actually, you know what I'm saying, are not letting race dictate how they view this game, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. And we out of here. Peace out.